What's going on, YouTube world? Welcome back to Little Bit Man Gaming, bringing you championship belt means one thing: Monday Night Raw review. It's a late, but it's still Monday Night Raw review. It's late just because I meant to post this yesterday. The day got away from me because I had other things I was doing, so I apologize for that. But here it is. Here's my review. First things first. Did you hit that like, subscribe, share, and the notification button, and leave a comment down below if you like these videos and let me know things you want me to touch on, you want my opinions on it. Let me know in the comments down below, because we got a goal of 100 subscribers, so I'm gonna hit that goal. And like I said, so I need y'all to do all those great things because it makes the channel grow. I love doing these videos. I want to keep doing these videos so it makes the channel grow, helps me grow, helps everything grow, helps YouTube get my name and videos out there. With that being said, let's get into this review. I keep saying I'm gonna try to make these videos short, and I just did my Black Lightning video, and it kind of ran into like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna try my best to make this short because not a lot happened on this episode of Monday Night Raw, but it's some things I want to touch on in this review. And we start off with, Adam Pearce and Shane McMahon kicking off Monday Night Raw with a promo, and obviously we know Elimination Chamber is around the corner, so they had to get that set up, right? That's the next pay-per-view after Royal Rumble, and they come out. Adam Pearce introduced Shane McMahon. They come out. Everybody's the announcers. They wonder. Doing their bit, wondering why Shane is here, and they here to announce that at the Royal Rumble, at the Elimination Chamber, it will be Drew McIntyre defending his title, defending his WWE Championship in the Elimination Chamber against. I guess the caveat was that every person that's participating, other than Drew McIntyre, that he got to defend his title against, are former WWE champions. So, which is odd that they don't include Kofi Kingston, right? Because Kofi Kingston was a former WWE champion, but I think they announced that it was going to be, it's going to be AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Sheamus, The Miz, and it was somebody else. I can't remember. I know it was. They said it was gonna be. It was gonna be Drew McIntyre. It'll be Drew defending against is gonna be defending against Sheamus, Miz, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles. I think that's 5, right? Yeah, 4 pods. I think that was it. Yeah, it was 4. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments down below. But that was, I know it's gonna be Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, The Miz, and Sheamus. And the whole caveat was last week, Drew, after Sheamus kicked Drew's head off, Drew, finally, was saying, after so many years of friendship, if you want a title shot that bad, you wanted me to defend this title against you, you want to have an opportunity to take this title off me, all you had to do was just ask. But you got your one-on-one. So you're going to hear that throughout the night that they was blindsided about this announcement because it was supposed to be Sheamus and Drew at Elimination Chamber one-on-one for the WWE Championship, but Shane McMahon changed that. And you got this feeling like they trying to, in case like something bad happens or in case somebody was angry about the announcement, they try to pin it on Adam Pearce type thing. They making him the scapegoat. Because, they kept, Shane, as insinuating, good thinking, Adam. You made it. That's a good announcement. Adam is confused, like, this wasn't my idea. This was your idea. Why are you making sure this was my idea? And they give you the impression, they trying to put something off on Adam so they don't take the backlash. But it was a decent promo, which led to AJ Styles coming out and praising, jumping on Shane's back and praising Adam Pearce because, Shane left and then Adam was in the ring But, AJ told him not to leave because he wanted to talk to him. know, AJ cut his little promo talking about some. He was talking, telling him that, you know, at first, you know, I actually thought you was kind of a dumbass, but you actually proved that you were smart and capable, you know, by putting me in this match and stuff, even though it really wasn't his idea. But this led into, you know, his promo about, you know, how he's going to win the Elimination Chamber led into the first match, which was AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy. They had a great back and forth. It was actually a match that I care about just a little bit because they had something to do with, you know, the WWE Championship, so it has some type of good storytelling to do. But like I said, it wasn't something I was totally into, but I was into enough to keep. It did what it had to do to keep me actually entertained to watch. And, you know, Jeff tweaked his knee. AJ Styles got the win because he worked on the knee so much during the match. He ended up putting him in the calf crusher and got Jeff to submit. Then right after that, we get a backstage promo with Sheamus. Basically, Sheamus is as you know, was suspected after seeing that opener. He's actually irritated that he has to go into the Elimination Chamber. It's another person I'm forgetting because it's four people in the pod and 2 people start. So it was another person besides the Miz and them. It was Randy Orton. Randy Orton is the other person I was thinking of. Yeah, that was I couldn't remember, and then I had to go check. But yeah, it was Randy Orton. So it will be Drew McIntyre defending his title in the Elimination Chamber against Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, The Miz, AJ Styles, and Sheamus. Which you know, it's okay. I rather would have had Kofi than Randy Orton, but I guess I don't know why they're treating Kofi like that, but I'd rather have him back there because I feel like he could do so much more. Having him being a champion and elevating him back down to just tag team is I feel like that was a spin in Kofi Kingston's face, but. It is what it is. But Sheamus basically cut his promo about how it was unfair that Drew, agreed to having this one-on-one, and that he now, instead of his one-on-one match, now it's going to be him, and it's going to be Sheamus and him in the Elimination Chamber with 4 other superstars, and Adam promised him that I guess. I don't know, is it going to be maybe next week or sometime after the Elimination Chamber? But Adam did, I don't know if that was a screw, but he promised him that he was going to have his one-on-one with the title. So it's how can you do that if you just booked him in the match? Are you going to give him a match? But we don't know. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, he promised Sheamus that he will get his one-on-one. They just wanted to make the Elimination Chamber the best Elimination Chamber it could be. So Sheamus said it doesn't matter but thanks to pissing him off with that announcement, he promised that he's going to brutalize everybody in the Elimination Chamber to get the title. So then we got New Day. It was either Charlotte Flair. I'm just gonna go what I remember. We got New Day versus Retribution. With Kofi Kingston added to this story. Now I actually was kind of more invested because the story they're trying to tell is that Mustafa Ali has he has beef with Kofi because Mustafa Ali had a real life injury that caused him to get sidelined, and they put Kofi Kingston in his place because they was building Mustafa Ali up to be the next WWE champion to beat Daniel Bryan for the title that year that Kofi did it. The original storyline was that Mustafa was supposed to have the breakthrough Elimination Chamber, was supposed to go through everything, and then end up becoming WWE champion at WrestleMania. but he got injured. So they replaced Mustafa Ali with Kofi Kingston and gave Kofi Kingston a push, and that led to Kofi Kingston becoming WWE champion. But what Mustafa's beef was that he's saying that Kofi took his spot. And they even bring it up to him that Kofi acknowledged that there would be no Kofi. There would have been no Kofi Mania. It would have been no him getting the title, as it wasn't for him, getting injured. He acknowledged that, but he's Mustafa saying, I understand that Kofi acknowledged that, but that's not my beef. My beef is not with how it happened. Is with the corporate overlords and the greedy people. Why haven't he got his time, his shot at the title if that was meant for him, this and that and that. So that's why he's sending retribution at the New Day. It was a great back and forth match. I forgot who he was fighting. I think it was it T-Bar? Oh, it was T-Bar and Slapjack that he was facing against. And they end up, it was a good back and forth. It was a lot of distractions, a lot of heel distractions that you would think, and Kofi ended up getting the win. There was a promo. Kofi Kingston didn't get the win, and I was about to move on, but I forgot. I wanted to say Kofi Kingston never got the win, and it looked like they're building up to a one-on-one between Mustafa and Kofi. But then we got a Charlotte confronts Lacey Evans face to face about Ric Flair. They trying to say I'm just trying to Lacey saying I'm trying to they're trying to learn to get mentored by him, and Charlotte, and they suggest that Charlotte and Lacey become a tag team to go for the women's tag team championship. She'd be better than Asuka. But Charlotte, like she would, decline and said that she wouldn't. She not only did she don't want a tag team with Lacey, and that she already got a tag team partner within Asuka, and that she don't want nothing to do with Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair don't want to do nothing with Lacey Evans and Ric Flair and whatever's going on between them. And ends up break it down into them fighting, which brings us to the next match, which is Charlotte versus Lacey Evans. Charlotte and Lacey Evans this match was actually good. I actually fully watched it, and it was good. It was a good back and forth. They more or less, worked. I think they re-injured, or they tried to work the injured angle of the shoulder that Charlotte had previously injured that kept her out of action. And Lacey tried to work it over with submission holds, but she ended up getting speared. And the match ended in a DQ because Charlotte, I think at one point Charlotte just got pissed at Lacey and Rick, so she beat the holy hell out of Lacey in the corner, and she had it to the count. They always say you got to the count of 5 to get out the corner, let the person out the corner, and now she got out of the corner. I think what happened was she put her hands on the referee. Yeah, because when the referee tried to get out the corner, she was angry, and she told she shoved the referee's face and told him to get off of her, and she went back to beating on Lacey, and she ended up one of the things in the promo that Lacey cut too was that she revealed that thanks to Ric Flair's influence, if she could beat Charlotte in the match in that match, she would get a title elimination chamber, a title opportunity against Asuka. And so when Charlotte, she got herself disqualified for putting her hands on an official, that actually gave Lacey the win. And they announced later on that night that it was actually true because they would speculate whether Lacey was telling the truth or not, but it was true. Lacey ended up is getting title shot, so at Elimination Chamber it will be Asuka versus Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship. But yeah, the match between them just ended in a no DQ because Charlotte wouldn't stop beating on Lacey, and she shoved the referee. Which brings us to the next promo, which is Edge provides an update on his Royal Rumble opportunity, which we're not gonna. I'm not gonna even. I'm not gonna like just stay in the promo. It's just basically he was saying that he, due to the fact that he was close to making his decision, but now that Drew has to defend the title at Elimination Chamber, in the Elimination Chamber match, and we don't know what's going on with Roman or what's it, or the NXT champion, Finn Balor. I was trying to think of his name, couldn't think of his name. He's gonna hold off until after Elimination Chamber to make his decision. Miz come out, cut a promo telling him he's gonna make it easy for him, and that after no matter who walks out of Elimination Chamber, no matter who's the champion, who becomes champion at WrestleMania, he's gonna walk out of WrestleMania as champion because he's gonna cash in. Drew McIntyre addresses Sheamus and his Elimination Chamber opponents, and the promo was just basically him. It's an okay promo, but it was just basically him saying that no matter if it's Sheamus 1-on-1 or in the Elimination Chamber, he's gonna walk out champion. Damian Priest versus Angel Garza was the next match, and that was somewhat an okay match. It was mostly to get Damian Priest and Bad Bunny over. Really didn't care for it, but it was an okay match. It had its fun moments, but I like to move on to the next thing. Bianca Belair sold up during the Asuka promo, and basically she was saying that she was there to scout Asuka to weigh her options, and that it's a potential that if Asuka do defeat Lacey Evans, she's going to be seeing more of Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair hinted that she might choose Asuka to fight at WrestleMania. Naomi, it was we got a tables match with Lana versus Nia Jax, and that was I actually enjoyed that match because I heard there was something like going into watching it. I heard there was something about because I missed it. I had missed it when it came on Monday. Like I had something to do, and I ended up missing that match. I missed what happened because when I came towards the end of it where she got put through the table, but I heard that when I went back and rewatched it, it was a funny moment about Nia Jax and her butthole, and that was like, it was like basically we knew it was like a payback match. It was a tables match between Lana and Nia Jax because Lana has been put to the table 9 times by Nia Jax, and so it was basically the person who's being bullied overcoming the bully. And Nia Jax tried to do a leg drop on Lana while she was laying on the outside of the ring, not on the outside of the ring, but on the ring apron. Like she was on the other side of the ropes, on the hardest part of the ring, and she moved out the way. And Nia fell when she did the leg drop. I guess she hurt her butt, and she screamed. "Oh my butt! Oh my hole!" I was just like, "What? Who says that?" So it had me laughing because she said, "Oh my butt! Oh my hole." And she ended up getting speared by, or not speared, but like tackled by Lana and pushed it to the table, with Lana won, which broke into. This was is what's been going on. Like people have been pulled double duty, and it led to Naomi, who I figured was going to happen because she came out. She came out because now Naomi and Lana are teaming, and they're going to go for the women's tag team titles, because they got to win to do so. But Naomi came out in her gear, and Siren Blazer was in her gear. So I'm like, they must going to be putting double duty, and so that's what happened. They ended up putting double duty, and Naomi ended up giving a roll up pin on Siren Blazer because it was an okay back and forth. Siren Blazer worked over the arm, and she ended up, getting a roll up pin because she was distracted by Lana. I'm trying to see what else happened throughout the night. Oh, then we just get to the main event, which is Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, which in itself was okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think I missed a match. Did I miss the match? Yes, I did. I missed Keith Lee versus Riddle. I was glad to see my boy Keith Lee back on Raw. You know, and him and Matt Riddle basically had a match to determine whether, you know, whoever wins, they would be the next person to challenge Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. Riddle and Bobby went back and forth. It was a good match. And at some point, it looked like Riddle could have beat. I said Bobby Lashley, Keith Lee. It looked like Riddle could have beat Keith Lee at some point, but Keith Lee ended up hitting the spear bomb on Riddle, and he got the win. But the big story of the match was that Bobby Lashley came out. You know, MVP with the title MVP with Bobby Lashley's title was sitting at ringside, scouting both Keith Lee and Riddle. And you know, I was wondering where Bobby Lashley was at. You know, they were saving him for after the match. He ended up coming out and beating up both Keith Lee and Matt Riddle, and they put Bobby over like heavily. Like Keith Lee did his usual big man thing where, you know, Bobby Lashley came and hit him in the back, knocking Riddle out because Riddle and him were shaking hands. You know, acknowledging that we had a good match. That was cool, and then Bobby hit him, which caused Keith Lee to go to Riddle, knocking Riddle out the ring. But Keith Lee did his usual, you know, that was nothing. And he was standing like, did this man just really hit me? And he turned around and charged at Bobby, but Bobby pit, you know, like they tried to make, he picked him up and did like almost like a one-handed choke slam. So they put Bobby over as this new monster, unhinged Bobby Lashley. And due to that, instead of being Keith Lee versus Bobby Lashley at the Elimination Chamber for the United States Championship, it's going to be a triple threat. It's going to be Bobby Lashley defending his title against both Keith Lee and Matt Riddle for the United States Championship. Now I could get to Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, which they had a great match. You know, we've seen these matches before, so it's really not much to talk about. I mean, it was back and forth, the usual Drew McIntyre spots and Randy Orton spots. Even Drew McIntyre trying to do Randy Orton's DDT, patent DDT from the ropes. Like, you know, Randy Orton like to have people hanging on the rope and DDT them from there. And Drew McIntyre tried to do that on Randy Orton, but he ended up getting the reverse. And then later on, Randy Orton actually did do it to Drew McIntyre. Yeah, the match was going back and forth. At the end, basically, at the end, it looked like Drew was going to get the win. You know, he was going to he would get ready to not spear, but Claymore kick Randy Orton. But he ended up, I guess somehow he had the foresight to know that Sheamus, who had came down to the ring earlier to distract and like looked like he was just there to distract and look and scout Drew McIntyre to see he could probe him for any weaknesses. He would at the end would get into the ring like hiding behind Drew, like without Drew knowing, getting ready to bro kick Drew. And Drew sidesteps it because I guess he heard Sheamus get ready to bro kick him, so he sidestepped it. He ended up bro kicking Randy Orton, which caused a DQ, and Drew ended up Claymore kicking Sheamus. You know, and it ends with him standing tall, holding the title up as the show goes off the air. But yeah, the match ended in a no DQ, where I guess you could say that. Not a no DQ, but a disqualification, where Randy Orton is the winner via disqualification because he was the one kicked by Sheamus. But yeah, overall the show was good. It built up to Elimination Chamber. Well, I give it a solid 8 big ups because it built up good to Elimination Chamber. But if you want more videos like this, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.